And hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Shine with Tia vlog or video blog. Each week, I want to be able to provide these videos, and it stems actually from our monthly newsletter, which is the Shine E-Zine or the monthly Shine newsletter. And if you just happen to stumble upon, this particular page and you're not a part of the Shine community, all you have to do is log on to my website at tiabrewer.com. That's TIA Brewer.com, and look right there on the home page and click the button that says Shine. And once you do so, you're automatically going to be invited and welcomed into our family, our Shine community. So we certainly hope that you will do that if you're not already a part of our Shine community. All right, so as you know, throughout this entire month, for those that have been keeping up and following the newsletter and these video tips, this particular month, I've been talking about how to get others to support your divine vision. Like, how do you attract the right people to help support you, whether it's corporate sponsors, whether it's attendees for your events, whether it's, organizations that you want to align yourself with or have them, align themselves with you, whatever it is. How do you attract those strategic divine relationships so that they can help support the vision that God's given you? And if you remember in the past videos throughout this month, and one of the tips actually that was in the newsletter, the first thing, as I mentioned, was knowing your why. Why do you want to attract, people into your circle or to your events? Like, what's your why? And one of the things that I expressed in the newsletter is once you understand the why, then the how will begin to work itself out. But it's much better to get an understanding as to why you want to have strategic partners or sponsors or people to align with you. So if you have not quite figured out the why yet, I encourage you to go back and take a look at the newsletter that was sent out. In the video tip that I sent you on last week, Thursday, it was about the next step to attracting people to align with your divine vision, and that is knowing your value. Knowing what you believe in. What are your core values? And in that quick video that I did on last week, I shared with you a really quick, simple, easy way to define what your core values are so that you can further define your why and what you believe in and why you want these types of partners. Because if they don't align with what you believe in and what your values are, then you're really doing a disservice to yourself and those that you would potentially partner with. So if you have not quite gotten to that point yet, I encourage you to go back and take a look at the video, subscribe to our newsletter, and you'll get all caught up. Okay, so in this particular video, I want to talk about the next tip. And there's a few tips that I'm offering. So now we're on tip number 3. I have one more after this that really helps you to understand how to attract, just the right partners to support your divine vision, because you shouldn't have to go at it alone. There are people that want to be able to embrace your vision and your ideas and your thoughts, but how do you do it strategically? So for this particular video, I actually want to talk about when it comes to attracting the right people to your vision, you've got to understand how to leverage, okay? So you got to be a little savvy with it. You don't want to show up to the table with nothing. You don't want to show up and say, hey, partner with me, but people can't really understand, really, at the end of the day, what's in it for them. Or how is it going to be a true win-win? You've got to have something to leverage. And when you've got something to leverage, then you come to the table confident, saying, this is why we should partner together or we should collaborate. And show them what you have to leverage and leverage it. That word leverage is really one of the secret sauces behind, both my husband and I, the businesses that we have together, and how we're able to attract corporate partners and sponsors, is really understanding the power of what we have inside and what we can use to leverage. I even looked up the word leverage to just give you a clearer understanding. Leverage is defined as utilizing something to maximum advantage. Utilizing something to maximum advantage. And how many of you actually believe that God has given you that something? It's not just some people that's born with the it factor or special gifts. Our God is no respecter of persons. So what he did for this person, he's already placed within you special talents, special gifts, special things that you can use to leverage so that you can attract the right people to partner with you. And, again, that is what, Gerald and I use when we are looking to attract partners and collaborate and create things like the McDonald's Choir Showcase, or whether we are partnering with the L'Oreal company to create an international tour event and we kick off in Charleston. We've done these types of things, and we come to the table with kind of a leveraged business model, understanding how to make it a win-win for those that we partner with and we align with. And I'll give you a really quick example. Hopefully I can make it quick. I remember, so I've been in TV news. I was in the industry for about a decade, worked for ABC, CBS, and Fox. And I would hear, and it was very humbling to be able to hear from a number of viewers, a number of you that have said, Tia, I enjoy watching you, on the air. And you appear to be so natural. And Tia, it's a joy inviting you into our home and waking up with you every single morning. Okay, I was the morning news anchor, all right? So, I came on early in the morning. So, get your head right. So, but people said they enjoyed waking up with me in the morning, and it's because they would turn their television on in their bedroom or in the den or wherever it would be. And so I really, it was a wonderful connection to be able to, wake you up in the morning. And once I realized that I really needed to pursue my entrepreneurial dreams and to start my own set of businesses, and I transitioned out of TV news, it was very touching to receive the feedback from the community, from you, the followers, the viewers, and to say that, Tia, we miss you from the air. When are you coming back? And I've actually, it's so interesting. I've been off the air now for about almost 9 years. So I was in the end. Okay, I'm trying to give away. So I've been off the air for a little bit. Yeah. At any rate, been off the air for a little bit. But I would, I even as recent as a couple of weeks ago, had one of my old general managers, vice president of the company, the news outlet that I work for, that said, I would hire you back in a minute. And even though that is very touching and it's very sweet to know, I'm good. I enjoy being an entrepreneur. But being able to leverage the power of broadcast and being able to connect with you even through this medium is awesome. But I'm good. But I say all that to say, to bring it on home, I remember I was hosting an event, and I'd already been off the air for a number of years. I was hosting this private event, and it was, these Boeing executives and some high-profile state elected officials and multi-millionaires in this private, exclusive kind of grand opening event that I was actually hosting. And I remember I had called up, next to have remarks, a state representative, or it might have been one of our state senators. It was a few years back, but I called up the elected official, and they were prepared to give their remarks. They had their script and everything like that. And I remember they said, before they actually made their remarks, they went off script, and they actually said, Tia, I just want you to know. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like, you're not following the script. And they said, I just want you to know that we miss you greatly from being on the air and waking us up in the morning. And it just doesn't quite feel the same. And that touched me deeply. But what he said next was, you are and will always be our media darling. And when he said that, like, I was trying to fight back some of the tears, because that just touched me in a very deep way. And it just seemed like that nickname, in a sense, stuck with me, and it kind of took off like wildfire, and people began to embrace it, and people were considering me their media darling. And I thought, gosh, that is so sweet, and I don't take that lightly or for granted. So much so that I actually use that nickname in my bio. And this is actually a part or an example of leverage. So when I'm working with potential clients in different parts of the globe, because of technology and the whole virtual experience, I'm able to work with clients all over the place. And in fact, half of my staff and team is different parts of the country, as well. So, and the globe, actually. I have people outside the US. But anyways, it's a whole other story. So saying that to say, not everybody is aware of, my media background. But when they hear or read in my bio that I was classified or considered or dubbed the nickname media darling, it instantly builds trust and rapport, and it reflects to people, or gives them the impression that that I'm savvy when it comes to media, or that people can trust me, that I know what I'm doing when it comes to broadcasting and connecting with people on camera. And it means a lot. So I leverage being a media darling in various capacities and in various ways, and it works. So that's just an example there. There are other examples that I could give to you, but I wanted to be able to give something that you could maybe process, and make it as clear as possible. So your homework assignment now then is to think about, what do you have? What's in your house? Think about, what are your gifts? What are your talents? What are you known for? What sets you apart? What makes you signature? What is it that people consistently say about you that's positive, that they say every time they see you? Or what is it that you've had spoken over your life? Something that you could easily pull out as a quick jewel and a nugget. And trust me, I do not want you to be drawing blanks here thinking there isn't anything, because it is. I work with so many of my clients, whether they are mainstream celebrities or whether they are sleeping giants getting ready to awaken and become mainstream. I can always, always find those jewels within them. I laser in on that. And I guarantee you that you have some of the same things as well. Pull that out, use it as leverage so that you can maximize it to its fullest advantage, right? Because that's why God gave it to you. And being able to have that leverage will help you tremendously. And when you come to the table confident in what God has given you and you use that as leverage, you put it out there on the table, like, this is how we can partner together. It makes you so much more attractive to potential corporate sponsors and partners and people that want to align with you, because they say, wait a minute, she knows or he knows his why, they own their value, and they know how to leverage. And if you like that tip, just wait till next week as we bring it all home on the 4 ways that people can start to partner with your divine vision. I want to hear what you have to leverage, because you got it in you, and I want you to be able to leave your comments below. So make sure you post it up, because I want to know. And if you need some help with trying to figure out what it is that you have to leverage, let's work it out. Let's help you out. Me and my team are excited to jump on board. So definitely make sure you leave your comments below. And again, I can't wait till next week. Can't wait to see what you have to leverage as well. All right. Until next time, be blessed. I love you. And don't forget to shine bright. This is Tia.